Good afternoon and welcome to the South Carolina Public Service Commission. We are here today for our weekly meeting. First, let's take a roll call of commissioners. Joining us virtually, we have Commissioner Caston Thomas, Commissioner Irvin, and Carolee Williams is joining by phone. Chair Belser is on leave today. In the hearing room is Commissioner Justin Williams, and I am Vice Chair Delton Powers. First, join me with a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment of personal privilege and recognize former Commissioner Swain Whitfield, who lost his mother this week, and ask everyone to remember him and his family, especially as they celebrate her life today at a memorial service. Those of us presently serving certainly regret we cannot be there with him, but Swain will know that we are with him in spirit. Call on Mr. Scarborough to present the docket.
Thank you, Vice Chair Powers, and good afternoon, Commissioners. The first order of business is to set the next Commission business meeting. Staff recommends that the next regularly scheduled meeting be held on Thursday, April the 27th, 2023 at 2 p.m. We also note that there is a special Commission business meeting set for Thursday, April the 20th, 2023 at 2 p.m.
All right. Next business meeting will be April 27th at 2 p.m. and the next special business meeting will be on April 20th at 2 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Today we have 15 items on the utilities agenda and 7 items on the transportation agenda. Item number 1 is in docket number 2022-406C, which concerns the final disposition of the matters in this docket.
Item number 1, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers.
Commissioner Thomas, you have the floor.
Thank you. I move that the Commission approve the application of EarthGrid PBC, doing business as EarthGrid PBC Corporation, for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to provide facilities-based and resold local exchange and inter-exchange services in South Carolina. I further move that the Commission grant flexible and alternative regulation of its local exchange service offerings and inter-exchange service offerings, respectively, and for a waiver of certain Commission regulations. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner. Is there any further discussion? If not, we will proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Carolee Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 2 is in docket number 2022-405C, which concerns the final disposition of the matters in this docket.
In regard to agenda item number 2, as read by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Chair Powers, this is Commissioner Williams. I'd like to make a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. The floor is yours.
I move that the Commission grant the application of BIS for Intrepid Co. LLC for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to provide competing local exchange access and inter-exchange telecommunication services in the state of South Carolina and for alternative and flexible regulation. I also move that the Commission grant BIS for Intrepid Co.'s LLC's request for waivers of certain Commission regulations. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Carolee Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 3 appears in docket number 2010-37C. This is a request for the approval of the First Amendment to the interconnection agreement between Bell South Telecommunications LLC, doing business as AT&T South Carolina, and CBTS Technology Solutions LLC.
In regard to agenda item 3, is there a motion?
Chairman Powers, fellow commissioners, I have a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Go ahead.
Fellow commissioners, I move that the commission grant approval to the First Amendment to interconnection agreement, to the interconnection agreement between Bell South Telecommunications LLC, doing business as AT&T South Carolina, and CBTS Technology Solutions LLC. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Having heard the motion, is there any further discussion? If not, we will proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner C. Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 4 appears in docket numbers 2023-16E and 2023-17E. This is a request from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC for confidential treatment of certain portions of the filings pursuant to FERC regulations.
In regard to this agenda item, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers, I have a motion.
Commissioner Irvin, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I move that the commission grant the request of Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC for confidential treatment of certain portions of their filings pursuant to FERC regulations due to the commercial sensitivity and proprietary nature of certain information contained in those filings. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carolee Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 5 appears in docket number 2023-65E, which is Duke Energy Carolinas LLC's motion to dismiss the petitioner's complaint in this docket.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. In regard to agenda item 5, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers.
Commissioner Thomas, you have the floor.
Thank you. I move that the commission deny Duke Energy Carolina LLC's motion to dismiss with prejudice the complaint of Dale Bradley. I move that the matter proceed to an evidentiary hearing as previously scheduled on April the 22nd, 2023. I further move that the commission deny the request to stay all deadlines for all parties. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Is there any further discussion? If not,
Vice Chair Powers, I want to make sure I understood Commissioner Thomas correctly. Did he say April 27th or April 22nd?
I intended to say April 27th.
Okay. I may have misheard. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Caston. There's no further discussion. We'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carolee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 6 appears in docket number 2023-103E. This is a petition from the South Carolina Public Service Authority for a like facility determination pursuant to South Carolina Code, annotated Section 58-33-110, Paragraph 1. ORS has requested that the Commission carry this item over to allow it additional time to complete its review.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. Number 6 be carried over.
Item number 7 appears in docket number 2023-69E. This is a motion by Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated to dismiss the complaint filed by the petitioner in this docket.
In regard to agenda item 7, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers and fellow commissioners, I have a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Go ahead.
Ms. Davis has alleged a violation of South Carolina Code annotated section 16-13-380, which is a criminal statute. I move the commission grant Dominion Energy South Carolina's motion to dismiss in docket number 2023-69-E with prejudice as to the alleged violation of South Carolina Code annotated section 16-13-380, as the South Carolina Public Service Commission does not have jurisdiction over criminal matters. Ms. Davis may seek redress in a court of proper jurisdiction. I so move, and at the appropriate time, Vice Chair Powers, I'd like to make a comment.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Go ahead.
Fellow commissioners, I just wanted to add that ORS has undertaken an investigation of whether Ms. Davis's meter and billing is in order, and ORS concluded that Ms. Davis's meter is functioning properly and that her account has been billed correctly. Furthermore, ORS advised that Dominion Energy South Carolina has installed electric service to the construction site in question, and that the electric service provided to the construction site has no bearing on her monthly charges. In addition, the commission, as I mentioned, has no authority to hear this matter or adjudicate an alleged violation of South Carolina's criminal statutes, hence the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Is there any further discussion?
Chair Powers,
Commissioner Justin Williams.
I just want to commend Commissioner Williams and the staff on the thorough research they conducted in this matter. We take complaints that we receive very seriously and try to make sure we get to the bottom of all issues to make sure there's nothing that we can do as a body to address these issues. And as Commissioner Williams has said, the Office of Regulatory Staff, Dominion, and I believe even local law enforcement looked into this matter. And I think Ms. Davis has had the opportunity to have her issue addressed, and I appreciate the research conducted by staff and the thoroughness of Commissioner Williams in addressing this matter. I think that's good government.
Thank you, Commissioner. And let me just say that I join in with remarks by both Commissioner Williams in this matter. Are there any further remarks to be made? If not, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Carol E. Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams. And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Items numbered 8 through 12 involve power purchase agreements for filing between Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and various hydroelectric providers, and request for confidential treatment of certain portions of these PPAs. Staff recommends that these items be addressed together, and I will review them for the commission. Item number 8 appears in docket number 2023-46E. This is a request for acceptance of the power purchase agreement between Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Aqua Energy Systems LLC for the Ware Shoals hydro facility, and a request for confidential treatment of certain portions of the agreement. Item number 9 is in docket number 2023-47E. This is a request for acceptance of the power purchase agreement between Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Northbrook Carolina Hydro LLC concerning the Holidays Bridge hydro facility, and a request for confidential treatment of certain portions of the agreement. Item number 10 is in docket number 2023-48E. This is a request for acceptance of the power purchase agreement between Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Northbrook Carolina Hydro LLC related to the Saluda hydroelectric facility, and a request for confidential treatment of certain portions of the agreement. Item number 11 is in docket number 2023-49E. This is a request for acceptance of the power purchase agreement between Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Pelzer Hydro LLC related to the Lower Pelzer Hydro project, and a request for confidential treatment of certain portions of that agreement. And finally, item number 12 is in docket number 2023-50E. This is a request for acceptance of the power purchase agreement between Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Pelzer Hydro LLC related to the Upper Pelzer Hydro project and a request for confidential treatment of certain portions of that agreement.
Thank you. In regard to items 8 through 12, as read by Mrs. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers, this is Commissioner Caston. I'd like to make a motion.
Thank you. Commissioner Castor, proceed.
I move that the commission accept the power purchase agreements for filing as well as grant approval of confidential treatment of certain portions of the power purchase agreements in item numbers 8 through 12 as listed by Mr. Scarborough. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Caston. Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
I vote aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 13 appears in docket number 2019-108G, which involves the filing of the 27th and the 28th amendments to the United States Department of Defense contract for Fort Jackson, filed on behalf of Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated.
In regard to agenda item number 13, is there a motion?
Chair Powers, fellow commissioners, I have a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Proceed.
I move that the commission accept for filing the 27th and 28th amendments to the United States Department of Defense contract at Fort Jackson, filed behalf on Dominion Energy South Carolina, Inc.
Thank you, Commissioner. Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll have a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 14 is in docket number 2022-248E, which is a letter from Duke Energy Carolinas notifying the commission of an amended purchase and sale agreement.
Having heard the agenda item number 14, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers, I have a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Proceed.
Thank you. I move that the commission approve the sale of property as requested and amended by Duke Energy Carolinas LLC. Property will be sold at less than originally agreed upon due to market changes, with the new value being $42,055,000, which is still above the original appraised value. The gain from this sale will be booked below the line and will not impact the regulatory accounting of Duke Energy Carolinas. In addition, to account for the buyer's request for an extended due diligence period for further investigative work, this transaction's closing date has been reestablished as on or before April 28, 2023. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Irvin, is there any further discussion? If not, proceed with a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 15 appears in docket number 2020-106A, which involves a review of Commission Order number 2020-403 concerning the scheduling of future virtual hearings and other related events.
In regard to agenda item number 15, as read by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers.
Commissioner Thomas,
Thank you. I move that the commission amend order number 2020-403 as follows. 1, to reopen hearings to in-person attendance by parties and the public. 2, the commission will continue to use the virtual media plan, and all parties to the proceedings must complete the virtual media plan for each proceeding And 3, the parties needing virtual accommodation, counsel and/or witnesses must advise of the needed accommodation through the virtual media plan. Commission staff will no longer designate in notices of hearing that the commission's hearings where the parties present, where the parties present their witnesses and cases are virtual. So moved.
You've heard the motion by Commissioner Thomas. Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion carries.
Mr. Vice Chair, that completes the utilities agenda before the commission. So moving on to the motor carrier agenda, item numbers 1 through 6 are requests for Class C certificates. Staff recommends that these items be taken together, and I will review them for the commission. Item number 1 appears in docket number 2023-105T, which is the application of Jessica Dobb, doing business as Rover Cab Company, for a Class C taxi certificate. Item number 2 is in docket number 2023-106T. This is an application from D&X Transportation Services, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 3 is in docket number 2023-107T. This is the application of Melanie Dalton, doing business as Phoenix Mobility Rising, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 4 is in docket number 2023-108T. This is the application of Mystic Party Bus, LLC, for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 5 is in docket number 2023-109T. This is the application of Goodwill Transportation Services, SC, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. And item number 6 is in docket number 2023-110T. This is the application of Brian Babbitt, doing business as AWOL Taxi, for a Class C taxi certificate.
All right. Having heard items 1 through 6 as presented by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Vice Chair Powers.
Commissioner Thomas.
I move that the commission approve the applications for Class C certificates, item numbers 1 through 6, listed by Mr. Scarborough.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 7 is in docket number 2023-323T. This is a request from Gentle Movers, LLC, to amend its application for a Class E household goods certificate to read, quote, Gentle Movers, LLC, doing business as the Charleston Gentle Movers, end quote.
Having heard item number 7 as presented by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Chair Powers, fellow commissioners, I have a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Proceed.
I move that the commission grant the request of General Movers LLC to amend its application for Class C household goods certificate to read General Movers LLC, doing business as the Charleston Gentle Movers. So moved.
Having heard the motion presented by Commissioner Williams, is there any further discussion? If not, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Justin Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion carries.
Mr. Vice Chair and Commissioners, this concludes all business noticed before the commission today.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. There being no further business, I would hope that all listening in have a good day. Enjoy this beautiful weather. And good luck. Thank you.